Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a Meeple family. I'm Amber and today we're diving into my next set of 10 and my dog is in the back. Yeah, you guys can probably hear that. She's like nesting for a place to lay, but the carpet's not cooperating. And we are going from 30 to 21 today. I cannot believe we're that far along. If you've missed out on any of the series, I will have the playlist linked in the description below, so you can check that out there. Hopefully I can make it through this video without making it too long. So let's jump right in. All right, number 30 is, I think it's pronounced Ottawa. Ottawa is all about managing a community in Ghana where fruit bats play a crucial role in the ecosystem. It's a Euro game with a unique ecological twist. It's forcing you to balance food, housing, as well as be conscious of animal conservation. I really love this one because the theme is both educational. As you are playing, you're really learning about how important fruit bats are, and also combating that with the pollution that can happen out of desperation, really, for certain families to have what they need to feed themselves. And really just, it's kind of how it is over there and how can we correct that? So as you're playing, you have like a lot of these convictions, and I really think that is such a beautiful thing. And one of the reasons like why I purchased this game is I just loved the story behind it. And I think I have quite a few games on my list that are like that. I'm really loving the story behind why the game came to be, and that really had moved me to purchase the game. Now, this game, I do love to play it solo, and it can feel, I think this one can feel a little bit samey because you're kind of always starting with the same base of what you're doing. Like you have this same setup every time. It's a little fiddly to set up because there's a lot of components. There's a lot of putting things back, taking them off, putting them back again, and kind of recycling that system. But I still love this game. I mean, it's very high on my list. So it's got a great solo mode, as many of Uwe Rosenberg games do. I really enjoy getting this one out. It kind of transports me somewhere else, and I also love playing this one-on-one with my kids and having them think through kind of, it just is like a subtle way to introduce them to other cultures and kind of what that looks like, what that feels like, what those decisions look like. And I absolutely love that. This is a thinker for sure. There's a lot of combo-y goodness that can come out of it, especially all centered around your bats. It is a great game. If you haven't checked it out, maybe at a con or a library, they have one for you to play. I would definitely say like everyone needs to play this at least one time, if not just to see the thought that went into this game and how impactful it is to help awaken people to this movement of kind of what's going on in Ghana. I just absolutely love it. Uwe did such a great job with this game, and that's why it's my number 30. All right, my number 29, I don't think a lot of people know about this game, but it's Weavelings in the Wilds. This one I think is a hidden gem. Weavelings in the Wild is a charming solo-only friendly adventure where you guide little creatures called Weavelings through this beautifully illustrated world. The art is stunning and the game has a whimsical, almost dreamlike quality. Mechanically, it offers really clever tableau management, giving you a lot of meaningful choices as you're kind of shifting cards around to ensure that your weavelings aren't eaten and that you are capturing beasties so you can use them for meat. It gives me feels of like an exploration game without being overly complicated. So it's a really great coffee table game. And if you enjoy the art, which I love, as well as tableau building and like light strategy, this is a great one, and that's why it is my number 29. All right, number 28 is the game Parks. This is a classic. I really don't know what to say about it. I did see that it's getting a reprint with some new changes, but I can't see myself purchasing the new one. Never say never, but I love getting this one out to the table. So many memories tied to this game. I do know that there are a few solo variants that I would like to try out for this on BGG, but my favorite way to play this is actually two-player. I think the game is absolutely gorgeous. You play as a hiker, you're passing through national parks, collecting resources, trying to take in the beauty of nature through the stunning artwork. It's just such a fun venture to get this one out and play. Even though this feels super peaceful, I still feel like there's a lot of really good decisions space in this game, as far as like moving your hiker, how to use your resources. There's your water canteen. There's still a lot going on, but the production quality is amazing. I just think they have done such a great job with this game. And like I said, I would still like to do the solo gameplay. I haven't delved into that at all. I've mainly played this one at like 2 to 3 players, and 2 is my favorite because 3, I feel like the turns can get like a little long. And you know, apparently my attention span is like this big. So for me, I like quick games. The only time I really like a high player count is when we're all doing something, maybe like Earth. Like Earth is one where you're like doing something on your turn, because I just get really lost in the game if the turns are too long. So this one I kind of feel like is one where the turns can be a little bit long, but I'd really like to play this one solo. But anyway, that is Parks. Absolutely love it. Absolutely gorgeous. Great production. It's such a great one to have in my collection, and I love it. So that's my number 28, Parks. All right, number 27 is Gnome Hollow. So Gnome Hollow is a delightful game where you're a gnome and you're making rings in the forest, which apparently is what gnomes do. I had no idea. So why did I purchase this game? Well, personally, I heard the designer's story and it really resonated with me. And when I heard his story about like why and how he created this game, I just knew it was something I wanted to support and get behind. So that's why I purchased it. And then every time I play it, I just always think of his journey. And I believe it was mainly with like anxiety. It was just such a beautiful game. And it was birthed out of his journey with anxiety. And it just brings a smile to my face as someone that also struggles with anxiety. I was so encouraged to see, you know, it's so frustrating to struggle with anxiety because sometimes you feel kind of trapped in your own skin dealing with that, and kind of like your body's like not yours to control. And I was just so encouraged, I don't know, just to see how he was maybe in a negative space, but like something beautiful came from that, and it was this game. So when I heard his story a little bit and just like how creating that board game was kind of what kind of helped him through some of his anxiety, I was just like, I'm supporting that. Like, I don't even care if the gameplay is terrible. I love getting behind people that create beautiful things out of kind of a yucky situation. And I just thought that was such a neat story tied to this game, Gnome Hollow. So in this game, you are whisked away to creating these beautiful rings, and you're in this beautiful world and you're collecting these adorable mushrooms and you're planting flowers in flower pots and you're selling mushroom collections. I just love it. I have tried the BGG solo mode one time by a fan, and I need to get it back out because I kind of fuddled my way through it and it was a little rough. So I need to play a few more times to get the hang of it. I definitely want to try a solo playthrough eventually of this game, but goodness. With that said, just know I do playthroughs, and when I do playthroughs, it's gonna be purely for fun. So you cannot take them too seriously or look for like perfection. Go into my playthroughs with about an 80% rule accuracy rate. That's what I'm asking from you. So be gracious when I start doing playthroughs. Okay, so Gnome Hollow is a lighter game for sure, but it still offers plenty of depth. And even a solo option thanks to the amazing BGG community. That's why it's my number 27. All right, 26 is the name. I think it's pronounced Carnegie. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Carnegie? I think maybe it's Carnegie. Carnegie, I don't know. This game is all about building a business empire, and it is based loosely, I think, on Andrew, again, I don't know, is it Carnegie? I don't know. Regardless, it's a very heavy strategic Euro game at the core. I think the solo mode for this is fantastic. It offers a really strong AI opponent that keeps you on your toes when you're playing. I love how the game requires long-term planning, but you also have to be flexible with your strategy. The economic mechanics feel tight, and every decision has weight. Like, it matters. It super, super matters. And it is so satisfying when you pull off a well-planned move and kind of get your engine building. I guess there's kind of a historical theme here. It doesn't shout at me. I don't think to me, it's more of like an overlay on the game. It's not like you're like getting into his life or anything like that. Like, I thought it was just kind of like loosely there. But regardless of all that, if you enjoy deep like economic strategy games, I think this is a winner, and that is why it's my number 26. All right, number 25 is the game Aqua, which this was released by the Ops Game, who I think are just killing it. And they recently did Hutan, which is like phenomenal, and it's not on my list because I've already made my list and then I played that later. So those two I feel like could kind of like both be right here because I just really love these kind of games. So this is another one where, again, I'm such a sucker, and I fell in love with the story behind the game more than probably the game, but I ended up falling in love with the game too. But the story is, I think it was like a father and son who created this game, and I was just like instantly like, oh, that's so cool, that's so amazing, like I want to support them, I want their game to be super successful, so I purchased this one, and no regrets. I love this game. So in this game, you're building, I think, like a reef and attracting marine life. It's a beautiful game, and it has a wonderful puzzly feel to it as you're really trying to create these coral formations to attract fish. The solo mode is outstanding. It's so relaxing yet engaging. Like, you're not just checked out by any means. It's very well done. It's great for unwinding, but like still feeling strategic, if that makes sense. So when I play this game, like, one, it's absolutely beautiful, and two, it gives you a real appreciation for ocean life. This also has, like, I'm obsessed with that amazing solo portion in the rule book that I absolutely love, where they give you different scenarios and kind of achievements to do. I absolutely love this one. If you guys haven't checked out Aqua or Hutan, I think it is, check those out. I think they are so much fun and kind of just a timeless, great puzzly game to have on your shelf. All right, number 24 is Leaf. This game is so stinking cool, and you don't hear a lot about it. You actually take actions based on the tips of the leaf you select, and like where they touch other leaves. I love how unique that is, and so I love unique games like this. And you better believe you can also play it solo. I'm not sure there is a game quite as beautiful as this one. When you get done playing, you have this gorgeous collection of leaves on your table. I mean, wow, it is so stunningly beautiful. If you enjoy games with like a nature theme, if you love the season of fall, you enjoy unique games and unique action selection games, you are gonna love this one. I love that this has a solo mode as well. I play this all the time, and that is why it's my number 24. All right, number 23, another gorgeous game is Keystone North America. Yes, another beautiful game, and this one is all about building like an ecosystem of animals. I think they can like live in the same climates is kind of what you're looking for, and you're also trying to do them in numerical order, which kind of adds another puzzly challenge to it. And I have to be honest, I may have played this once with one of my kids, but for the most part, I play this solo. And you know, I just prefer it that way. I like it that way. This solo mode also comes with a campaign that has like different scenarios. It does have some flavor text, which if you know me, I just skip over because I'm all about finding out what the objective is. And I just want to focus on that, and I want to puzzle it out, and I want to get started right away. The art in this game is fantastic. The game always feels just good to play. So I do have one gripe about this game, and they have these little tokens that are double-sided. I cannot remember what they're called right at this moment, but on one side is a number 1 and the other side is a number 3, and you have to keep track of, like, I think, are they acorns maybe? I don't know. You have to keep track of how many you have, and you're constantly accumulating these and spending these, and I'm not sure why they did this, but it's so easy to hit those or bump those and they'll accidentally flip to the other side. So that's the only thing I'm like, why didn't they just make some 1 tokens and some 3 tokens? Why did they double side these? That's my only pet peeve about this game, because that is just an issue sometimes. If I am not paying attention and one will flip over to the wrong side, I've either lost a bunch or I've gained a bunch of the acorn thingies. So That's my only gripe. But other than that, absolutely love this game. And that is why it's my number 23. All right, number 22 is Oh My Goods. This game, honestly, it has it all. It's got solo play, it's compact, strategy, engine building. I mean, I am here for all of it. I love this game. So in this game, you're building an engine to produce goods. You are then selling goods, or you're converting these goods from simple goods into more valuable goods through these like chain systems that they have on the game. It's so stinking cool. The other thing I love about this is the gameplay is super simple. The setup is even more simple, but don't let that deceive you, because there is an absolute punch with this game. Like, it is some serious strategic strategy needed. There's also this like push your luck element where that in and of itself adds a lot of tension to the game, at least it does for me. And it really makes each turn feel exciting because you're not sure what the market resources are going to be, but you kind of have to like educate guess on like what you think you're gonna be able to produce. The solo mode is an additional expansion that you purchased with the base game. It basically walks you through different challenges, kind of a campaign, and you're gonna get, you know, have to reach these different objectives. And when you do that, it's going to introduce new cards that will now be like come a part of the game, which is just really cool. So you're kind of like learning how these cards work as you go and play the game. I love when they do that. And it's kind of like by the time you get done, you've added all these new elements to the gameplay, but you kind of didn't even know you were doing it. You didn't even know you were learning that rule set, but you're learning it as you go through the campaign, which is really, really cool. Anyway, love how small this game is. I'm amazed at how much can come from a simple deck of cards, which just impresses me every time I get this out. That's why it's one of my favorites, and that's my number 22. All right, number 21 is Botnik. Botnik is a fantastic tile drafting and placement game. I heard about this one a long time ago in my previous YouTube life from Michelle and Billy, and I will link their amazing channel down below. They talk about this game often, and I knew I wanted to try it out. And well, they were right. It's amazing and I love it. The artwork is like super cool. It's like a steampunk botanical theme. It's weird, but I love it. The puzzle of figuring out like where to place tiles, which then like releases either a tile for you or a tile for your teammate or both. Goodness, it's so unique, which again, I love unique games like this where I don't really have anything like this. And that's mainly why I love it so much. I have been on BGG and I did see that there is a solo mode for this, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I definitely will because I really enjoy this one. Obviously, this is a great two-player game. It offers a lot of thinky turns, if that's even a word, thinky turns, but I love getting this one to the table. It's small, it's compact, it's easy to play. Rule set is super easy, but the depth of strategy is intense for sure. That is why it's my number 21. All right, that is it for this particular countdown. Let me know which of these games you've played or if there's ones that you're excited to try. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of my content. That would be amazing. And until next week, happy gaming.
You can say I lost my mind. I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.